I'd like to tell you about my dental experience I've had in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, about a month ago, maybe it was 2 months ago, but I had this really, really painful tooth on this side, and I had an abscess. Fortunately, my boss made a call to her dentist that she's got a long time relationship with, because nobody could get me in to see me, and it was Friday, and I didn't. Anyway, long story short, I had an abscess on one of my back molars, and they got that taken care of, but then we had to do a root canal. So the way he does it is he kind of does it in different phases. So I was on step 2, which is when they go in and actually go down into the tooth and clean all the root material out and that sort of stuff like that, and make sure that the tooth is ready to receive the whatever cement that they put in there after the root canal to put the crown on. So that was about a week and a half ago they did that. It took a long time because he was having trouble with one of the roots. And so anyway, so today is Tuesday. So Sunday night. Okay, so imagine I've got this molar. There's no, all the living tissue is out of it, but and then they put this really nasty tasting cement. I don't know. To me, it's like super glue, but I don't know what it is in your tooth. And anyway, and you're supposed to kind of avoid chewing anything hard on that side, that sort of stuff like that, because it's only meant to be temporary. And I had this because, well, no, it was maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Anyhow, so Sunday night, I walk out in the living room, and Cindy has got this little can of these smoked almonds, and they looked so good. So I said, let me have some of those. So I took 3 or 4 and tossed them in my mouth. Completely forgot about this side of my mouth. Bit down on an almond and immediately felt something. But I didn't really know what was going on, because again, once you've had a root canal, there are no nerves in your tooth. So the tooth itself doesn't hurt. But it felt like, you know how sometimes you'll eat almonds, and sometimes the little skin will get caught between your teeth and it kind of hurts. That's what I thought was going on. So I'm back there in the kitchen with one of those little, sorry, there's an ambulance coming by. You'll be able to hear him and see him. So anyhow, sorry, lost my train of thought. So anyway, I was in the kitchen. I had one of those little toothpick dental floss thingies, and I'm like working away, but I just couldn't. It's like I couldn't get this little. Again, I assumed it had something to do with a piece of almond skin or whatever. Anyway, so finally give up on that, go to bed. And just so you know, if you're weak of stomach when it comes to teeth things, you may want to skip the next 10 or 15 seconds. I get up the next morning, I'm brushing my teeth, and I realize that is not an almond in there. My tooth is broken. The inside edge of that molar, the second one from the back, is completely broken away. I mean, the gum is holding it in place, but I can feel it. I can feel it moving. It just feels gross. And I'm sure under sort of normal circumstances, I would probably just have pulled it out myself. But then I was afraid, because we're in the middle of this whole root canal thing and all that, I didn't want to do anything without the dentist, telling me what to do. Long story short, that afternoon they get me in on an emergent basis, and what was funny is, so they put me in the chair, and the dentist, and this guy, he's probably been a dentist for 35 years, and his his dental hygienist, they have me open my mouth, and he reaches in with his little tool, and he moves that, and it's a big piece of tooth, and they both went, oh. Oh, it's cracked me up. And I told him, I said, see, that's why I know it's all in my head, but that's why I felt kind of nauseous all morning. It just kind of grossed me out, feeling that loose tooth in there. Anyway, long story short, the good news is that the way that the tooth cracked, that it didn't damage anything that would make it improbable, implausible. I think implausible is probably the word. To where they wouldn't be able to finish the crown. So the good news is I'm actually going to be able to get a permanent crown on that tooth and not lose it, because I was really worried about that after it broke. Anyway, okay. I don't know. I hope you liked the story. Love you. Thanks for watching.